Hello, Raindrops, new subscribers and old friends. Welcome to Govern Minute, minutes that matter. This is Mr. A asking you to do 3 things for me. Subscribe to this channel, like and share this video, and click on that notification bell so you know when our videos come out. As always, this video is dedicated to the glory of God who blessed this land. Today, as I'm filming, it is October 3rd. We are about 36 days away from the election. And I kind of wanted to do a polling update. You remember back in May, we talked about the generic congressional ballot. We'll talk about that. Joe Biden's job approval and the direction of the country. Do people think we're on the right track? So let's review May's and then we'll move on to the most current polling. Again, I get this information from realclearpolitics.com. realclearpolitics.com. It is a website that collects opinion and commentary from multiple points of view, liberal, conservative, and everything in between. And it has a collection of polling data from different polls, and that's what we're going to go over today. So back in May of this year, we went over 9 polls, and the 9 polls showed in the generic congressional ballot the average. Now, this poll asked people, if the election were held today, would you vote for the Democrat or the Republican? Back then, of the 9 polls that were sampled, the Republicans had an advantage of plus 3 points. Plus 3 points. This is in May of this year, and that was out of the 9 polls, the Republicans were ahead in most. There was one tie, and Democrats led in a couple. Back in May, Joe Biden's job approval. 42% of people at that time approved of his job performance and 52% disapproved of his job performance. So negative 10%, Joe Biden was underwater at that point. And at the last question we looked at back in May, the direction of the country. Do people feel like the country is on the right track? In May, 29% thought the country was on the right track, while 63% felt the country was on the wrong track. That was negative 34%. Okay, so let's talk about the latest polling found at realclearpolitics.com. We're looking at 10 polls taken between September 18th through 25th. The Republicans right now, of the average of those 10 polls, have a 1-point advantage. Now, what happened? Why did the Republicans go down so much? Why have the Democrats made up some ground? Well, part of the thing is people are paying attention now. Back in May, the elections were a world away, and so people weren't paying as close attention. So now people are paying attention. Your Democrats, diehard Democrats, they call them yellow dog Democrats, will vote for the Democrat, and the Republicans will vote for the Republicans. In one poll, the Democrats are ahead by 2. In another poll, the Democrats are ahead by 4. In 6 polls, the Republicans are ahead, average of 2.3 points, and in 1 poll they're up 2 points. Now, those 6 polls I referenced, the advantage for the Republicans range from plus 5 to plus 1, and so anywhere in that range is where the Republicans are leading in these polls. So out of 10 polls, Democrats are ahead on 2, Republicans in 7, and in 1 poll there is a tie as well. Joe Biden's job approval in 2 polls released today, October 3rd. 41% approval rating, that's down 1% from May, and 55% disapprove, which is up 3 from May. So now, instead of a negative 10 that Joe Biden was underwater in May, he's now underwater negative 14 points. And finally, direction of the country. Right track for the polls. This is an average of 8 polls taken from September 6th through the 29th. And in these 8 polls, the average was a percentage of people that felt like we were on the right track was 27%. People that felt we were on the wrong track is 66%. That's a negative 39% that Joe Biden is underwater, or that the people feel like direction of the country is underwater. That's a loss of 5 points for the party in power right now, the Democrats, as far as is the direction of the country the way we want it to go. Obviously, in 36 days, a lot can change. This is a very fluid situation. This does not mean these are the final results. Obviously, a lot depends on turnout. A lot depends on what happens between now and then, and so we'll just have to wait and see. So what I want you to do is pay attention. I want you to pay attention to the candidates in your local races, in your statewide races for governor, for senator, for U.S. representative, and go out and vote. All right. So that's on November 8th. November 8th is the election, Tuesday, November 8th. So be ready. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you paid attention because there will be a test in 36 days at the next election. This is Mr. Ray reminding you that we, the people, are the government. And any power the government has, it's ours first. We just lend it to them. We'll see you next time.